gears as the country prepares to unveil its 3.6 trillion shilling budget this coming Thursday. The country's public debt still remains a matter of concern. But even as analysts argue that the debt is rising to dangerous levels, the National Treasury insists and has downplayed those claims, saying it is sustainable. Let's get more from our very own Dennis Otieno.
That Kenya's economy is a step ahead of its peers in the East African region is not in doubt.
They will tell us.
National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani will be unveiling the country's spending for the next 12 months this week in a bid to justify the government's agenda. Yatani will be tabling Kenya's biggest budget so far at 3.6 trillion shillings. Out of this, 2 trillion shillings will be proceeds of the government's revenues, leaving a hole in excess of 1 trillion shillings. To make ends meet, Treasury plans to borrow over 900 billion shillings to fill the shortcoming in tax revenues. And therein lies the problem, as the country's public debt continues to grow. Kenya's public debt began to swell at an alarming rate from the year 2013 due to increasing government spending, forcing it to take loans to support the budget. The public debt has nearly quadrupled. Statistics from the central bank show the public debt stood at 1.8 trillion shillings in January 2013. At the beginning of this year, this figure stood at 7.3 trillion shillings. The outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic has seen the government borrow more to support its response to the pandemic. Treasury maintaining its living within its means.
We are firm. Our fiscal framework is healthy, but the resources revenues are lagging behind. In terms of every month, we are realizing less revenue than the previous one.
Economic observers, however, say the debt burden is worrisome and could damage the economy in the long term.
The issue of fiscal consolidation becomes very, very important. And when I say fiscal consolidation, we're pretty much saying we must cut our coat according to our cloth, isn't it? If you can't live in a house and say my budget for this month is 1 million shillings, when I know that I can only earn 200,000 shillings.
The recent debt relief has given the country some breathing space. In January this year, Kenya got a 6-month debt repayment holiday from the Paris Club of Creditors. Dennis Otieno, Citizen TV.